So I'm learning that trying to stay in shape as a mom, working out as a mom is not easy. So one thing that I take for granted, or took for granted, before I had kids, going to the gym was like, you just go to the gym. And then, obviously, well, not obviously, well, mostly my husband and I, we stayed in apartments. So since we stayed in apartments, a lot of times in the amenities, the gym was there. And we would just go work out and then we go home. That was the end of it. Let's say if we have like a really, let's say if we have like a really busy morning, we'll skip out and go into the gym in the morning, we'll go to the gym in the evening. And we never knew how easy our lives were, particularly me. So I understand now as a mom, I have a different life. Is I used to hear people say all the time, they would be like, "Oh, I got kids. Oh, it's tough. I wouldn't change it for the world." But um, I don't think it's hard. I don't think it's hard having them. I don't. Um, I think it's challenging, but I don't think challenging equates to being hard. Um, well, anyway, going back to this gym thing, I understand why moms oftentimes don't work out, especially, oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine as a single mom, being a single mom, this is super tough. Even stay at home moms like myself, I'm a stay at home mom. So, going to the gym is tough because as a stay at home mom, I have an attachment with the kids naturally. Like, nobody talks about this part. Like, I have been with them ever since they were born, never skipped a day. So just that alone is a challenge in and of itself. The idea of handing my kids over to somebody while I go, I don't want to say like better myself, but while I go take care of my body, like having that time to just think about myself and not think about them is hard. Not only is it hard to just kind of, hand them over to a sitter real quick while I go work out, but also dealing with how they interact with other people. That's also challenging. And with them being babysat while I go work out, it's showing me a lot about myself because they are a lot like me. I'm learning a lot about their dad too, but I don't want to put him on blast. So I'm gonna just talk about me. I'm kind of bratty. I'm kind of bratty, and I pass that down honestly to my kids. I don't know. I did get overwhelmed with having somebody watch them while I work out, but this is one of those things. So, being detached, like not detached, handing them over to somebody while I go work out, that's tough. The psychological part about it, especially I'm with them all the time. The second part about it is when you go to work out, you start realizing parts of your body that you're not taking care of. Like you start realizing, hey, I really, really like leg day. But when I go to work on my midsection, it's certain things you start to realize about yourself. Like as you work out, you start to realize there are certain parts of your body that need attention. And thirdly, and most importantly, you start to realize what you've been doing wrong with your diet. That being said, working out has shown me that I am addicted to caffeine. I absorb, I consume so much caffeine. I like leg day because I just feel like when you jog, you're just moving your body forward. You're just bouncing a little bit. But like the my stamina, like it's so convenient to say, oh, I had two kids back to back, so I can't run as far as I used to. That's easy to say, but the reality is I am not drinking enough water, and I am drinking too much coffee, and I am drinking too much hot chocolate, and I am eating too much chocolate in general. And when you are a mom who primarily cares for the kids like directly, it's easy for you to go, I have enough things pulling at me in different directions. I have enough demands that I always feel like I'm not meeting. I don't need to sit here and worry about, how I look or how fast I can run or how much I can lift. It's easy to feel that way. And especially, I notice a lot of women like to hang out in groups when they have kids. And I've noticed in these groups, there are always these mothers who hang out. They're always, what's the word? They're always validating each other. Oh, you look good. You look great. You didn't have to do your sets today. I even hear them sometimes in the gym, like, you can skip out. You've been working so hard. And I don't need that. I don't want that. I know that that's what most people want, but I don't want that. Now I know I'm not young no more. Like, I'm in my 30s. Some people think that I'm younger. I notice people run up on me because I look kind of young, so they say I get carded all the time. Well, I'm in my 30s. I remember when I was in my 20s. When I was in my 20s, I used to run. Like, boy, I used to run so fast. I used to imagine that the only part of my body that existed was my brain because I wanted to be the wind. Now, I know I may never get that way again. I may never, I don't know, I may never be that fast again. But I should at least be able to run if there's a tsunami.